Alright you guys, big day. As you can see, I got my Gasparilla 5K shirt on. Let's get stretched out, get some warm-ups in, and I'm gonna go for this run and see how we do. Alright, goal, like I said guys, goal is under 24 minutes. Right now I'm in my warm-up shoes right now, which I have my Epic React Flyknit 2s on right now to kind of help me warm up. I will be getting into these. These will be my race shoes, but what I'm doing right now is essentially getting myself stretched out. You know, trying to get my hamstrings stretched, my calves stretched, everything just kind of stretched out. I've already done some other stretches already, but what I like to do before going out for a run where I'm going to be pushing my limits is I try to do some warm-ups first. So I go for about maybe 5-10 minutes warm-up, light jog, kind of like a recovery run, very light, nothing stressful. I'll come back, I'll do some more stretches to keep myself loose. Maybe do some other pre-warm-up kind of things, like I'll do some strides, which is like kind of mile pace for about 40 or 50 meters, and kind of do those just to kind of open the hips up a little bit, get some speed, open up the lungs. I'll also do lunges and a few other things just to kind of keep myself stretched out, but try to, you know, warm yourself up. And then you know, unfortunately I'd love to be able to do this in person, because doing these runs in person, it definitely is a completely different animal than doing these virtually. When you're virtual by yourself, man, it just doesn't have that excitement. It really doesn't have that excitement that you get with doing it in person. So you're kind of having to create your own track to get that 5K in. So you know, hey, we're gonna go with it, see what we get. So guys, stay tuned, and as always, if you're out there doing a run, good luck to each and every one of you, and see you. All right, you guys, finished my run. Get some food, replenish, do it all over again. Let's keep. Bobos, as always. Oh, love these things. Apple pie, probably the best. And vitamins. Always a good thing. Feels good after a run like that. Get something to eat. So good. So you guys, let's ring that bell, ring that bell, ring that PR bell today, guys. All right, so I finished up that 5K run. Showed you earlier, I was getting ready, stretched out, doing warm-ups, all that kind of stuff. I recorded some video when I got back in. Just wasn't happy with how that went. But anyways, we're gonna get right into it. New PR, guys. New PR, new 5K PR. Thank you guys very much for tuning in and watching. So we got a new 5K PR, by the way. Did it in the Saucony. Let me pull them out here. The Saucony Endorphin Speeds. That's right, the Saucony Endorphin Speeds took me to a new PR. So what I ran was for a 5K, mind you, 3.11 miles is what was called for according to the ASICS Runkeeper app. That's where they were holding this particular event. And wow, all I can say is I ran according to the app, and right now I can't tell you my finishing position because there's, you know, it's a virtual run. There's hundreds of runners, you know, putting in their times right now. The last time I checked, I was 27th overall out of 571 runners. So I'm ecstatic about that. That is huge. That is huge. I'm well in the top 10% at that point. So I'm really happy about that. Time, by the way, now if you've watched my vlog videos, you know that my goal was to set a sub 24-minute 5K. Unfortunately, I did not do that. I did, however, I did set a new PR, but I did not hit that sub 24. I know, a little bummed about that, but I do get to ring that PR bell, and we get to go on and focus on the training ahead. But anyways, total time, 24 minutes, 4 seconds. So I was 4 seconds off. There's 4 seconds. Unfortunately, man, you know, the challenge that really comes to when you do these virtual runs is not having that competition around you. Having that virtual, having really just the energy of a 5K around you, all the other runners, you know, everybody that's focusing on running as well. I mean, it's an entirely different animal than with a virtual run where you're running by yourself. Now I know there's some people that you know, they do groups and group runs and stuff like that for these virtual runs. I unfortunately I didn't have that opportunity to do that. I had to stay relatively close to home, but you know, it was still, I'll tell you what, weather was perfect out there. When I went out for the run this morning, it was probably in the low 60s. Humidity is really low. We had a cold front come through a couple days ago, and that just made the weather absolutely perfect for this run this morning. So the humidity was low, the temperature was low. It was just perfect for this type of run. Anyways, getting into it, you know, when you're really into these type of runs, it's hard for you to focus on how you need to maintain your speed, because you don't have someone or a group that you can use as a pacer, or you don't have you know, you don't have somebody that's kind of traveling in front of you to where you can say, let me try to catch that person, and then let me try to catch that person. You know, you're just kind of, you're almost having to look at your watch and go, where am I at? Where are my times at? So I was trying to pay attention to that, but at the same time I'm trying not to look at my watch, because there could be some, you know, that time that you're looking at your watch could be time where you're slowing your pace down just to look at your watch. So just trying to focus on form, trying to focus on effort, trying to maintain that 7 to 8 effort, which is about a 5K pace, and also working with the shoe. That's the other thing, is working with the shoe, not against the shoes. When you're running these type of races, you have to understand that these shoes were designed to work a certain way, and if you work against it, you can either exert too much energy, or it can just hurt you in the long run. So working with the shoe was fantastic. Again, did it in the Saucony Endorphin Speed. What else would I use? Honestly, this is like my go-to kind of runner shoe. Last month I did a 10K in these. Today, 5K run in these. Ironically enough, I think both were PRs. I think my 10K last month, which was 8 minutes a mile, I think that one ended up being a new PR, and same with this one, was a new PR in this particular shoe. So as you can see, awesome shoe to run in. But working with the shoe, working with that speed roll, working with that nylon plate that's in there, so you get a really good energy return, and then also landing in the right spot, you know, midfoot striking, letting the whole shoe kind of absorb it, letting that nylon plate kind of absorb some impact, and then use that energy to push you off going forward. So, you know, kind of paying attention to that while I'm running, but also, most importantly, paying attention to my breathing. There was a couple of times out there where, you know, my breathing was, I was overexerting too much, and I realized I need to relax the shoulders, you know, head up, neck up, focus on what's ahead, don't look down, just focus on what's ahead, and you know, swing those arms, you know, relax the shoulders, swing the arms. There's a lot of energy in that movement right there, and to help keep moving forward. So you know, like I said, got to ring that PR bell today. I'm really happy about that. Wasn't my goal, but I look back and I think my old PR was 24 minutes 11 seconds. I did a 24:04 for the 5K, so that right there should be what is it, 6-7 seconds, 6 to 7 seconds faster, which, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And actually, if we look back and compare it to the 5K that I did on March 27th, that was a live in-person race, I was actually a full minute faster than I was in that live event. That being said, the live event versus this event, totally different animals because of the course that it was on. The course that I ran today, a lot of straights. I mean, not a lot of technical turns or anything. It was just a lot of straight line running, a lot of gradual curves to it. So it wasn't like a technical course where there's, you know, turns that kind of helped slow me down. That being said, also a relatively flat course today. So very little, you know, elevation gains and drops and whatnot. So that was the other, you know, kind of thing about it was, you know, everything was just right in line to set a new PR. Like I said, I was really hoping for a sub 24. Probably could have done it if I knew where I was at. So, you know, not having a course kind of created for you, knowing there's the finish line, you know, not having other runners where you can base your distance and time off of. You know, all of those things kind of together. You know, if the environment was correct and I could have done it with other runners, I honestly think I probably could have gotten that sub 24th, but that's okay. So that being said, guys, turn that doorknob, got out. A couple of days ago I was feeling sick. Today, setting a new PR. What can I say? Fantastic. So that's really the bread and butter of today's kind of vlog. So thank you guys again so much. And you know, really the basis of my channel, and I don't mean to go on like this huge, you know, tangent here, but really the basis of my channel is to help runners that are like me. They're bigger runners. I weigh about 215 pounds at 5'10", 5'11", depending on which convenience store I walk out of. And you know, I want to be able to show other runners that are like me, other runners that, you know, or really other guys that are maybe out of shape and trying to get into shape. I was 265 pounds, you know, 3 years ago when I started running, and I want to be to show everyone that even though your weight, you think your weight may be holding you back, you can still do it. You can still run. Even for me at 215 pounds, you can see I'm not exactly, take a step back here, I'm sure you can see, I'm not exactly a skinny guy. I'm not. But you know, it's kind of proof to you guys out there that you can do it. If there's a will, you will be able to succeed at running, and that you should never give up. That, you know, those goals are attainable. There is, you have to go in it with a no quit attitude, and you know, the biggest hurdle is, in my opinion, the first 3 hurdles. The first hurdle is lacing up those shoes, whether it's in the morning or in the evening. That's the first hurdle. Second hurdle is turn that doorknob to get outside. The third hurdle is taking those first few steps, whether you're doing it for the first time, for a couple of minutes, or for a couple of miles. It doesn't matter. Those first 3 hurdles every single day, every runner, no matter if you've been doing it for years or you're doing it for a couple of months, whether you're overweight, whether you're you know, you're a skinny person that's been doing it for a while, it doesn't matter. Those first 3 hurdles, all of us have to deal with every single day, is the motivation to get up, to put the shoes on and lace up, to turn that doorknob and get out the door, and then to take those first few steps to go for a run. So guys, it's a long journey. You have to be patient, but I'm telling you, it's attainable. Everything's attainable. And you know, I have the confidence now to do these type of runs over and over again. In a few weeks, we've got the Demore Global Running Distance Challenge, where I'm doing the half marathon. So that's a challenge that, you know, I've put upon myself, not only because of the physical distance, but also the weather that we're having to deal with outside. So that's another you know, huge hurdle that I have to deal with as well. So guys, you know, what more can I say other than thank you guys for watching the channel, supporting the channel. Please click that like and subscribe button below. That way we can reach a broader audience and get out there. So again, thank you guys again so much for watching and all the support out there. And I'll do an update in a couple of days when the final results get put in to show you guys where I actually ended up overall with all those runners that are out there. So again, thank you guys for watching, and guys, as always, enjoy the run. Thank you.